8 a.m. on this Saturday, and we have a tornado warning for parts of Escambia County, Florida, and Baldwin County, Alabama. This is a quick circulation that has ramped up over the last few minutes, and we now have a tornado warning for areas near Paradise Beach, just to the north of U.S. Highway 98, just to the east of Lillian, Alabama. And this is a tornado warning that is going to be in effect until 6:30 local time. I don't think it's going to last that long. This is going to be just like the last one, most likely, in that this will probably go away very quickly. This is out on the western side of the Pensacola Metro. Downtown Pensacola is not included. And so what we're going to do is get set to go live on Facebook. Thanks so much to everyone watching on the YouTube side of things and on Twitter as well. We appreciate you being with us this morning. And again, getting set to go live over on Facebook. Here we go. Tornado warning coverage for Baldwin County, Alabama, and Escambia County, Florida starts right now.
Live from Red Zone Weather in Bruton, Alabama, with meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Severe weather coverage starts right now.
5:49 a.m. on this Saturday, and we have a tornado warning for parts of Baldwin County, Alabama, and Escambia County in northwest Florida. This is a possible tornado near Paradise Beach, very near U.S. Highway 98, and this is moving to the north. The circulation has weakened over the last few moments. This tornado warning technically is in effect until 6:30, but it's not going to last that long as this circulation is already beginning to weaken. Let's go ahead and tell you exactly who is involved in this tornado warning. I can tell you that most of Baldwin County is not involved. So the good news is if you're at Orange Beach, you're fine. Same thing at Gulf Shores, Point Clear, Fairhope, Daphne, Spanish Fort, you're fine. This is specifically for areas near Lillian, Alabama, in Baldwin County. So again, a tornado warning just triggered, valid until 6:30 technically for parts of Baldwin County. Seminole is in the warning. So if you are in Seminole, you are involved in this active tornado warning. Same thing at Lillian, same thing for Beulah, Florida, which is on the Escambia County, Florida side. You are involved in this tornado warning, valid until 6:30. The Weather Service over the last few moments already indicating that this is beginning to weaken, and so the probability of a tornado actually being going down at this point, so that certainly is good news. We had a tornado warning earlier at about 3:10 this morning for Dauphin Island. That's long gone. It was the same cluster of thunderstorms that's now moving through places like Lillian and the far western part of the Pensacola Metro. Look, if you're in Pensacola, the weather is about to get bad. Thunderstorms moving in. But the good news is these are not tornadic cells coming into Pensacola. The tornado potentially producing storm is out here near the state line near Paradise Beach. And this is moving off to the north. So again, you've got Lillian and Seminole on the Alabama side of things. And then in Florida, you've got Beulah, Bellevue, areas near U.S. Highway 98 involved in this new tornado warning that's valid until 6:30 a.m. And again, it's not going to last that long. I can just about promise you that. And you know what? I think they just canceled it. They did. And so in a situation like this, the Weather Service chose to issue the tornado warning. But again, as of 5:52 a.m., they have now canceled it. And that circulation is just totally gone. I'll back this up and show you that about 10 minutes ago, the Weather Service decided to issue a tornado warning for that, right there. It was a circulation that happened near Lillian, and it was moving just like that. Very large polygon, I might add, for such a small circulation. But nonetheless, they did the course of least regret and issued the tornado warning, and it is now gone. I mean, completely gone. There is no indication that there is a tornado at all. And so again, the tornado warning has officially been canceled. So no more tornado warning as of 5:52 a.m. Let's talk about what's going on across the region. I know we've got more folks watching now that we're beginning to get some daylight. It is coming up on 6 a.m. on this Saturday, and we do have thunderstorms ongoing in parts of Baldwin County. Storms coming into Santa Rosa County as well. Lots of rain farther inland. There is no severe weather threat if you are north of Interstate 10. All of the instability is to the south of Interstate 10 at this point. And we do have loud storms coming in to the Pensacola Metro. And so Pensacola, you've got storms moving in. These are under severe limits at this point. Same thing at Warrington, same thing out here near NAS Pensacola. If you're at Gulf Breeze, storms coming in from the west. These storms are below severe limits at this point. And again, by the time we get to say 7 or 8 o'clock, most of this should be to the east of our area. What I want to do is kind of take you through what we've got going on as of 5:53 a.m. Having to kind of one-man band this and drive it myself, as this was a low-end severe weather risk deal, and we had a tornado warning earlier at about 3:10 this morning for Dauphin Island. And no word on if we have had damage. I have not heard of specific damage, but I can tell you that Dauphin Island did have a power out due to that storm. And so no word on specific damage. Let's go ahead and zoom into this storm coming into Pensacola. Again, we came on the air about 5 minutes ago because of this tornado warning that was issued for parts of Baldwin County, Alabama, and Escambia County, Florida, but that is now off of the board. So again, let me stress, tornado all clear for everyone across South Alabama and Northwest Florida at this point. And just looking at the velocity view, there is no indication that there is any type of tornadic signature. And so again, all clear from the tornado threat as of now. We do have an ongoing low-end tornado risk because of these storms basically south of Interstate 10 at this point. If you are in Oriole Beach or Tiger Point or areas near Gulf Breeze, you are going to have storms coming in from the west, but at this point they are under severe limits. Same thing at Pensacola Beach, same thing at Garson Point. You've also got areas near Avalon Boulevard, Milton, Pea Ridge, Pace, Florida Town, 5 Points, areas near Allentown, Whiting Field. All of those areas about to have storms, but they're below severe limits, and so that's a good thing. If you're in Pensacola, you are having rain at this point across much of the city, but again, these storms are below severe limits at this point. Same thing out here, very heavy rain happening near NAS Pensacola, Fort Pickens. You've also got areas near Pensacola Beach, NAS Pensacola, Myrtle Grove, going through the core of the storms. And quite frankly, this is probably going to be the worst of the weather all day today. So once you get through this, looking better, there still will be scattered showers and thunderstorms, but the overall severe weather threat is going to shift to the east of our area a bit later today. And so we could have a few more storms. Can't completely rule out a few more tornado warnings. That's not out of the question over the next few hours, but overall, we're looking at a situation where any storms that do become severe will remain highly isolated in nature. And again, I think that really the only place that has any remote chance of significant severe weather today, south of Interstate 10. If you're north of Interstate 10 in Northwest Florida or in Southwest Alabama, you are fine. There's simply no instability north of Interstate 10 to support any severe weather. By the way, speaking of inland areas, this is all rain for places like Thomasville, Jackson, Grove Hill, Monroeville, Uri, areas near Beatrice, Repton, Atmore, Bay Minette. You've also got Huxford, Tensall. All those areas, it's just rain, all right? Rain and occasional lightning and thunder. But at this point, we do not see anything in the way of severe weather happening across inland areas. So again, closer to the coast, a few storms involved. Heavier rain happening near Bay Minette. That is not a severe thunderstorm in Baldwin County. The lightning clearly is concentrated in this storm that's happening at Pensacola right now. And these storms going through Pensacola below severe limits, you may have wind gusts as high as, say, 20 or 30 miles per hour as these storms come through. I don't see anything on the velocity product that would lead me to believe that we're going to have an imminent tornado threat. I'll back this up and show you that what triggered the tornado warning that was on the board for just a few minutes, quite frankly, it was one of those situations that, you know, if the radar operator had been watching maybe a few more scans, he or she probably wouldn't have even triggered this warning. Sometimes that happens, but you know, in this case, it was questionable as to you know, whether the warning should have even been issued, because again, the signature just was not consistent for very long at all. But nonetheless, it was a course of least regret. You can't fault someone for trying to give people early warning. And again, the storm's moving through Pensacola simply below severe limits at this point. So loud and proud storms going to continue in southern Escambia and Santa Rosa counties here in northwest Florida over the next few minutes. Pensacola, Pensacola Beach, areas near Gulf Breeze, Tiger Point, Midway, Garson Point. You've also got Avalon Boulevard, Pace, Milton, about to have some rowdy storms, but they are below severe limits. You're going to hear thunder, you're going to see lightning, you're going to have heavy rain. But most likely you are not going to have a tornado. And of course, if you do, we'll come straight back on Facebook Live to bring you the very latest. I note that there is a circulation here. This is a very disorganized area of rotation just to the south of NAS Pensacola. Let me actually look at that and kind of scan that briefly just to make sure that that's not going to prompt a warning. I don't think it is imminently anyway. That'll be something we're watching over the next few minutes. But nonetheless, again, no warnings in effect as of 5:59 a.m. So we are coming up on 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson, and at this point we have no tornado warnings. We have had two over the last couple of hours, one of which happened at Dauphin Island. The other was in effect for Baldwin County, Alabama, and Escambia County, Florida, very briefly. And again, at this point, there simply is no indication of a tornado anywhere across the region. I'll be on Facebook Live to bring you the very latest.
Be sure to find us across social media, and don't forget to download the free Red Zone Weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our Red Zone Weather sponsors who make our coverage possible every single day.